Hey, Dad.
Hey, kiddo, how you doing?
I'm doing great. It was a beautiful sunny day. It's what they call false spring here. So I'm going to have a couple of lovely 60-degree days.
Wow, 60 degrees. That's pretty good for your part of the state here, the country, I should say. You're in a different state. Holy cow. Over here, I thought it was like 74 or 75, but the thermometer said 83, 84. It's like, no, it's not that hot. But apparently it was.
That's crazy. Yeah, so you got summer days while I got spring days.
And it's supposed to drop 20 degrees tomorrow, so there, back at you, fall. We're not done yet.
So, we're headed back to the John Muir Trail for the final video. The last week, right? VVR is about a week from the end, or a week and a half.
Yeah, just about, yeah. That sounds about right. We had one more stop, so it would be at least a week and a half, yeah.
It's been a fun trip with its trials and tribulations. It'll test your character, test your strength, it'll test your friendships. We've come through on all accounts stronger, but we will all be glad to finish this. Enjoy your hike. Well, good morning. We spent the night at Vermilion Valley Ranch last night in this tent. Bigger than ours. Just as cold, if not colder, man, because the floors are open slats. But we did have some beds, you know, they're just twin beds. They're still more comfortable than sleeping on the ground. But just to let you know how cold it got in here, I put out a shirt last night to dry. It was wet. Now it's pretty stiff.
Let's see.
Yeah. Did it get cold? Yeah, it did. We're gonna take the e-ticket ride back across Edison Lake again.
Yeah,
We decided not to have an off day because we're all feeling pretty good.
The ride is in a small skiff because their big boat is broken.
Yeah.
And so yesterday, against the wind, we bounced across the lake. Boom, boom, boom. It should be a smoother ride home.
It should be, yeah, this morning, yeah. It may be a little shaky on my photography this morning. That's because I am shaking. It is actually colder in the tent than it is outside, I think. I showed you some of it, but lots of it down that I couldn't show you because it's very, very steep stuff. But anyway, this place here. Since we're in the big tent, we're going to show you some of the things we have to do. One of the first things you got to do is, as soon as you get up, and usually out of your tent even, you got to stuff your bag, this big old bag, in this little sleeping stuff sack. I like putting it in the stuff sack, getting it done as soon as you can. That's a good way to warm up. You're stretching the muscles. So that's what you got to do. It fits in there. Just got to work it. And the plastic bag here is a waterproofing thing. Just in case you get your bag gets thrown in water, or you get caught in rain or something. You really don't want your sleeping bag to be completely soaked. And, as Billy taught me and a few other people, you can press it down as much as you can, and you're going to save a lot of space with your bag. All right, that's enough of that.
Some people are going to know what the e-ticket is. But it's a Disneyland ticket, and it's the best ticket to get you into do anything you want to with the e-ticket. At that time, they have something different now. Now I'm really dating myself at it.
Well, you are a dad, and I don't look like I'm super young either. So we weren't fooling ourselves about your age.
All right, it's 9:30 in the morning, and I bet we have done more step-ups and step-downs than you're going to do all day, no matter how many classes you take. Come out and try this sometime. It's really a lot of fun. Great workout. You want to lose weight? Guaranteed. All you got to do is 220 miles, multiple 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, and 14,000. Come try it. Enjoy your hike. Alright, this is where we're going to be camping out tonight. I don't know if being this close is going to help with the temperature or not, but it's probably going to get down into the 20s tonight. test the rating on my bag, I guess, which just because it says at 20 doesn't mean you're going to be warm. What it means is you'll survive. Alright, it's about 8:45 right now. We're at Bear Creek where we spent the night. Our campsite being torn down slowly but surely. Yeah, like I say, every single day. Steve's over there doing his. And Steve did jump in that last night, and cold. So he says he's pretty much done jumping in unless the weather heats up, and I think it's going to start warming up a little bit now. This is supposed to be the coldest night. One thing you've got to do when it gets down to temperatures like that, you got to take your Sawyer, which is your water filtration. Looks like that. You put it in a bag, and then take in the tent with you, because it can freeze, and apparently it'll damage the membrane, the charcoal or something in there. So you can't let it freeze. That's what we filter our water with, because even though the water looks nice and crystal clear, which it is, apparently there's stuff in there like Giardia, which will give you, will make you not a happy camper.
When they tell you the mountains are calling, they don't tell you what they're saying when they're calling. But what they're saying is, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. Come on up here, you little. Let's see what you got.
All right, we just crossed Upper Bear Creek.
Hello.
Which we. Hey, come on by. You're all part of the scenery. How you doing today? He's doing pretty good. We just crossed Upper Bear Creek, which we heard was pretty bad. We crossed in the morning. It wasn't too bad at all. I got my feet wet, but I'm gonna test these shoes and see how quickly they dry. We were pretty cold this morning. We warmed up pretty quick. We're enjoying ourselves out here. Over there,
Yep.
we have Billy. We're gonna call little Billy over there the Energizer Bunny, because he just gets more energy every single day.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah,
Exhausted.
yeah.
These guys are killing me.
He's building on his energy. So sometimes we give him extra chores.
But at John Muir Ranch, they had this little
Muir Trail Ranch.
lean-to tarped off area where all kinds of buckets. People who had too much supplies were dropping them off for other hikers that were coming through. We could have completely resupplied there, because they don't get rid of it all.
All right, we left the John Muir Trail just a short while ago, not too long. We decided to make this an easy day, and Steve's saying it's very slick down there. We decided to take an easy day and get to this here beautiful swimming hole, and probably do our laundry. Some of you will probably recognize this bridge with the, I believe, Poyo Creek, maybe San Joaquin, not sure. Okay, so last night Billy had a little encounter with a tree limb, broken tree branch. I tried to break it off. It was too thick, and before we could put something in there to let us know it was there and to watch out for it, Billy walked right into it. And last night he doctored himself up. Did a pretty good job. I was just there for support. Makeup and lighting, basically. Right now we're getting ready to redo it. See how that goes. How's it look? Let's see how well the doctor did there. Let's get a close up of that baby.
Yeah. Okay.
The thing is huge.
So you,
So just shut up.
We left Poyo Creek just a while back. Oop, I'll have to continue this just a little bit. We have a junction coming up here. But we're on our way to the Clear Ranger Station.
We know where we are, and we know where we're going.
All right.
And we are going now to Evolution Valley, one of the prettiest spots on the JMT.
Nice. Do we know where we've been?
Oh, that's a philosophical question.
Okay. We shall go then. Okay. Here we are on our way to McClure Meadows. Come across our first, I guess you'd say, real water crossing. So we changed into our water crossing shoes. Go here where we think it's a little bit shallower, maybe. Ooh, that feels refreshing. We're just down from McClure Ranger Station in McClure Meadows. This is the Evolution River, I guess. Beautiful. I think we're gonna stay here tonight, so somewhere along here. So goodbye, Evolution Lake. You were fun and cold. I started my hike already a few minutes ahead of the guys because they started like jackrabbits. It's cold, but still, once you get moving, things warm up. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the trail, my start to the day. Now stuff like this here, for beginners, because that's what I am, you would use your poles just in case you stumble in the rocks and start to go down. It would save you. In my case, I'm going a little bit slower so I can film it for you. It's difficult to film everything when you're trying to walk this stuff. Okay, we're going over Glen Pass, I believe is what it's called. It's part of what they call, I guess, the Ray Lakes Loop. And normally I wouldn't be showing you this because it's some pretty tough terrain, but I want you to know what it's like to be over 11,000 feet. And each breath, you know, is shallow. And we've got, maybe I've gone up a mile, so 2 miles we're supposed to be going up. I don't know, but I'm gonna show you the path. A little bit of it anyway. Today, the first 3 or 4 miles were really nice paths, but once we hit in here, not so much. This is the kind of stuff that really kills me. These step downs. You think the step ups would, but I practice those quite a bit. It's gorgeous out here. Breathtaking in more ways than one. I had to stop here. I guess I'm on the right path. I don't know where else to go. But, there's some guys right above me just enjoying the view. But holy cow, look at this. Like I said, if you're afraid of heights, this is not where you want to be.
And we get to the top, and Bill goes, we need to take a minute to appreciate this. I'm done with this, but he made a point. You know, you look at this here, you look at this wide open expanse. There were probably glaciers that came through and carved these the mountaintops, which at some point was probably seabed. Who knows? Yeah, so I took the minute to enjoy it.
Got your blue sky right there. Isn't that gorgeous? I stopped at a rock and to catch my breath. Rest my legs mostly. Hello, sun. I don't know if it's going to storm later or not. Yeah, it looks like it. Maybe over there where we're headed.
Things are falling on me. I thought it was debris from the tree. Apparently it's hailing. Little pieces of hail. Oh boy. It's coming down a little bit harder, I guess I better get moving.
Let's go. There's Steve's tent down there. Steve's in there. Don't blame him. I was in mine earlier. The tent's over there.
I tried. I actually did videotape some stuff, and I was watching one. You can't hear a thing I'm saying, so it'd be funny if you can cut that out and See what I was trying to say? I probably comment on the wind.
Probably.
And that wind is just blowing relentless. And I was actually walking sideways on that path. It was just a small path, and there's nowhere else to go over here. I mean, you see this row of trees up here, 3 to 5 miles away, whatever it was, and you think, I just need to get there for a little bit of protection. And then the wind, a bigger gust comes along, boom, throws you off the path.
So we're camped at Lake Marjorie after crossing Nada Pass today, which is really difficult. They're all difficult. There's nothing easy out here. It's a little breezy out here right now. I'm betting you can hear it. It's sunny. It's probably about 4 o'clock now. Temperature 40, maybe, somewhere in there. Possibility of snow tonight. If so, well, I don't know what that means. Tomorrow's supposed to be a nice day. A nice day up here could be 40 degrees with no wind, which would be a nice day. My legs are beat. I'm just hopeful that I can still finish. I'm laying down resting a little bit right now while I did some writing, and now this here. I think I'll make it, but I'll be glad when I can go home. All right, I better go out and maybe I better not go out. Okay, how cold is it? Why don't you tell us how cold it is, Billy?
Well, we're getting snow. We have the first snow of the season, I think. It looks like it's really starting to come down, and I'm sure it'll be very pretty tomorrow.
I'm sure it will be. Wow. Wasn't quite expecting this.
No.
Yeah, we're having some fun. It's funny because I thought it was just the end of the trip and it got cold, but in re-looking at the videos, I realized the very first night got down to 35 degrees. It was cold, and it was every night got like that. The difference in it being a fun trip and not quite as fun trip is the wind blew for like 36 hours. That was not fun. Hiking in it and getting in the tent, not the greatest of things, not the funnest of times. But hey, we lived. And we have a tale to tell.
Not 100% sure, but I'm thinking this might be the Golden Staircase. At 1,500 feet and 2.5, 3 miles to go, I think, of this. Or something like it, anyway. Up to there somewhere. Or maybe over there somewhere. Today, we're crawling over Pinchot Pass. I think it's French. I'm sure it's not pronounced like that. And every step is labored because we're at 12,000 feet right now, I believe. But it's better than yesterday because we're at the same altitude yesterday over Mather Pass. But the wind kept trying to blow us off the mountain. And the trails, the pass are actually pretty nice on both of them, but wouldn't you say so?
Oh yeah. They are stunning. I really liked Muir and Mather, and now it's Pinchot.
Yeah.
And we're tackling it.
Yeah. We better get going.
In some fashion.
Enjoy your hike.
Bye.
This looks like a fun one to cross. The rocks are nicely lined up. It's a little longer than most of them. I see the trail over there, so I guess that's where I'm going. The clarity of this lake is incredible. The clarity on all of them incredible, but this one here, its name is Wanda Lake. As some of you may or may not know, that's my mother's name, Wanda Maxine. She liked to go by Maxine.
Was that like a surprise when you passed by that and found out that it was had the same name as your mom?
It was a surprise, because at that point there, I don't know if the guys were in front of me or behind me. I think they were in front of me, but that's when the wind had beaten us down, the coldness had beaten us down, and we'd seen all kinds of beauty. We didn't need any more. At that point there, I'm thinking, I'm just not gonna, what else am I gonna see that's gonna impress me? And as I'm thinking that, then I come over this rise, and holy cow, we get this lake, we get the mountains outside, they're reflecting on the lake. It's just an incredible view. Only thing is just say is just wow, because it just takes your breath away.
That one's 1 year old, a little over 1 year old. The ones that are less than a year old will have spots.
Yeah. Junior's a little more cautious than Mom. Yeah. Look at that. None of them are real fat.
No, they're not. They don't look like they're ready for winter, huh?
I think, yeah, probably because it took so long for the snow to go away.
Yeah.
You get very compressed.
Hello. Day 19 of our hike on the John Muir Trail. We've set up camp about 3.5 miles past Bubbs Creek Junction, I believe. We did a short hike today, I think probably about 5 miles, maybe 6, from Charlotte Lake. We were going to do a layover there, that's where we picked up our last resupply, but the weather has turned. It's gotten very cold the last couple of nights, been freezing. Tonight's going to freeze. Today, right now, I don't know, it's 45 maybe with a wind. We got a nice campsite, but it's cold and we're tired of walking on rocks. We've seen enough beauty for the trip, and all of us are ready for it to be over with. So we're pushing on. Even today, I've been advised against taking short days and just take a full day off. We really want to get done, so we pushed on a few more miles today, so that tomorrow's hike, which is up Forester, would be a 9-mile day instead of a 12-mile day, which is probably good. I've had a couple hard days. The guys have been looking out for me, making sure I don't get lost in the woods, I guess, and left for dead. There's our campsite back there. And we got bear box in our campsite today, so right next to us, which is kind of nice. I think we're all going to be happy to be finished when it's done. Another glorious morning. Here we are. One of our final camp scenes right here. Another frozen morning, but not quite as bad as it has been, but still, as you can see, Steve's over there breaking ice up. Broke his ice bag. We're packing up, getting ready to go. We're pretty happy that it's one of our last nights, because it just keeps getting colder. The weather had been good. We wouldn't mind staying out here, but it's pretty cold out here. And yesterday, Steve and I went out here, did some laundry and cleaning a little bit in this little lake. It's a little shallow lake, you can walk across it. And mistakenly thinking it was going to be warm, but because it froze over the last few nights, probably, it was ice cold. Still got in it though. Alright, we're hiking out of Charlotte Lake. This is how our last resupply came. We got ours yesterday. We're going down to move the ranger out. Good morning.
Morning.
How you doing?
Okay.
We're on our way to Crabtree Meadows. The closer you get to Mount Whitney, the trails seem to get nicer. Really kind of enjoyed it. My pace has picked up, uphill and downhill. It seems like my lungs have finally caught on, and I'm beginning to enjoy it more, kind of like the first week and a half.
Hey, Tim, you are looking strong today.
I'm feeling strong.
I've seen you push and push and push, and now it's like a whole new you.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to breathe, let me tell you.
Let it breathe.
I-
I think we're all doing better now.
Yeah, we are. We're all online. We're all firing all cylinders.
All
So
that stuff.
this time, we really are enjoying the hike.
That one, the day, what was it? It was like day 18 or day 19 of 23 that you suddenly came online. You were breathing good, you were feeling good. Like you can even tell in the video how your pace just like totally picked up. So what did that feel like?
That felt really good. And the funny part about that is the start of that, the day of that, I woke up, and the first thing you do when you can't stand up in the tent, but first thing you get up, you hop on your knees, and I do anyway. Let the air out of your, and you start out of your bag, and you start rolling everything up. As soon as I stood up, my back just seized up. It was like, oh, and I was down, and I couldn't move. It took a few minutes. There's not much I could do. I'm telling Bill, I said, oh, my back is just frozen right now. And he was gonna, I'll pack your stuff for you. I said, no, don't leave it alone. I said, I'll get it. I said, I have to keep moving. Once I start moving, I have to keep moving, or we're not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. And so I finally got up to my knees and rolled everything up. And even once I got outside and standing up, even when I needed to do anything that required bending over, I had to drop to my knees because I couldn't. My back was just so tight. And I took some ibuprofen and Tylenol, and we took it obviously took it a little slower to get going. And Steve, he took off because it was cold and he wanted to get going. I get it. And we finally got packed up. I threw the backpack on. I started walking, and my back had hurt on either side. It's not in the spine, on either side where the muscles are. So it's probably just an overuse type thing. But the backpack sits right there. And as I'm walking, it's massaging me like this here. And after a while, I didn't hurt anymore. I didn't realize it. And I'm just walking along, and I'm filming it. I was saying, man, I'm feeling pretty good. And all of a sudden, Bill comes up behind me and says, hey, you're looking pretty good there, Tim. I go, I'm feeling pretty good. Started out the worst day, ended up being the best day. And then from then on, it's like, all right, we're having some fun now.
So it's our last night before we summit Mount Whitney. Ooh, we got a marmot coming and enjoying our campsite right now. Let's see if I can show him to you. This guy trying to sneak into our camp there to get our food. They come pretty close. We understand that they like to nibble on poles too, so we have to be careful. This is funny. You think they'd freak out if they jumped down on top of it? I'm betting yes. All right. Billy, Steve, and I have made it to the Whitney Trail junction, I guess. The portal's just up, or portal's down that way, 8.7. Whitney Mountain, the top is up that way, 1.9. Unfortunately, Steve got here a little earlier than us, but unfortunately, as soon as we got here, he had to leave and go back down. He's chills, fever, upset stomach. Not sure what's going on, but he didn't wait. I helped him get his pack on, and he took off. We really, really feel bad about that because we really wanted to all finish together. And we're not going to make it, unfortunately, but Billy and I will go.
Yep. We'll summit, and then we'll hopefully rejoin Steve at one of the campgrounds.
Yeah. Mount Whitney or bust. What? Billy. I think All right, we're at our final campsite of this John Muir Trail trip, and there's no wind at the moment. We're pretty kind of blocked in here. I'll show you around. Today was actually a much harder hike than we had anticipated, even though we put ourselves closer to Mount Whitney. But in the meantime, this is our final meal out of a cup. How do you feel about that?
You know, I decided that when I go home, I'm going to eat real food.
Yeah.
Take a real shower,
Yes.
and sleep in a real bed, and enjoy it like with a new appreciation, I think.
Exactly. Yes. I second those sentiments exactly. Yeah. It'll be nice to be home. 2 more days. We've enjoyed the hike. I hope you enjoyed the story. I'm sitting on the trail, just taking a short break, waiting for Bill. He's taking some layers off because it's getting kind of warm out here. I'm reflecting on the trip. It's been an arduous task, but it's been fun, hard, adventurous, breathtaking, beautiful, and I'm glad it's over. Day 23. A lucky number for me, actually. So it's good to be finishing on that day. We're on our way down to Whitney Portal, where we're going to get that famous burger and some beer. And I'm really looking forward to that.
What do you think you learned about yourself on the trail?
You know, I thought there'd be some big epiphany at the end or something, but, you know, life throws a lot of hardships at you anyway. If life were just all rainbows and unicorns, people wouldn't appreciate it as much as they do. I would like to say something like, life, it just shows you just how much you actually are capable of doing, but going through life in general is tough. This is just another physical challenge that you're taking on. If you're mentally prepared for it, you're going to be able to do it. But what did it teach me about myself? I have a lot of perseverance and I have a lot of endurance. And I didn't think I'd do it again, but I talked with a friend today and he was saying he's going again here. I'm thinking, wonder if there's another ticket to go on that. Wait a minute, didn't I just say I was never going to do this again?
Right, Dad. This was quite a journey. I had a lot of fun going over the videos again and talking to you about this.
Well, I enjoyed sharing it. It was a lot of fun. It was good to revisit it because it took me a while to decompress, I guess you could say. And I'm glad I got to revisit it and see just exactly what it was like, because I took all the videos and pictures because I knew I would not remember it as it actually happened. And I was right. So it's like reliving the experience. And I hope that everybody that watches it enjoys the experience as much as I did.
So I thought we should talk about the book that we wrote.
Oh, I just happen to have it right here as well.
What?
Yes.
So we actually wrote an entire book together all about Dad's adventure on the John Muir Trail.
We did.
Yeah. So if anybody is interested in actually buying this, it is not for sale, but it could be.
I was just going to say, here it is, but you can't have it. You can't buy it. I may have given you a copy.
I thought we'd put it on the channel and see if anybody's interested, because if we get enough people who would like to buy it, then we'll come out with a copy that's actually for sale. If you guys are interested, you can comment below. Well, thank you very much, Dad, and I look forward to watching your next adventure.
Yeah, maybe we'll have our own adventure.
Maybe we will have our own adventure.
In the meantime, I hope people can enjoy our stories and enjoy their hike.
Enjoy your hike. I love you, Dad.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye, kid.